Hi guys, I'm Leah and I'm your local plant expert here at Jacob's Trading. If you haven't heard of Jacob's Trading, check the description below. We got some information about our online store and our website. Pretty cool, go check it out. Today we're going to be talking about pothos care and how to propagate them. The pothos or devil's vine is a tropical vining plant in the family Araceae. It is native to southeastern Asia and is one of the easiest houseplants to take care of. These guys are super unique because they have different types of foliage with different colors. So for example here I have a golden pothos, a neon pothos, and a marble queen pothos. These guys grow long stems, like this guy right here, that will either vine upwards or you can have trailing along a surface, making them super versatile for a hanging basket, a bookshelf, or any kind of stand. When it comes to light, pothos require a bright indirect light. They can survive in lower light as well, but if you give them more light, they will grow a lot faster. You also need to make sure that you keep an eye on your pothos because if you give them too much direct sunlight, it can cause the leaves to burn and discolor, which will be bad for your plant. Also, if you have a white variety of pothos, for example like the marble queen here, you're going to want to make sure you give them as much light as you can because if you put them in a lower light situation, it can cause them to lose that variegation. So they'll actually lose the white in their leaves over time and just turn back into a green leaf. So make sure if you have a white plant, you put in lots of bright light. The best soil to plant your pothos into is a well-draining soil mix. Personally, I like to use a mixture like this one here, which has cactus soil, peat moss, and coconut bark like this guy right here, as well as perlite, which is the little white bits in there. This is going to allow for a lot faster drainage and reduce the chance of overwatering, which can cause problems like root rot. When repotting your pothos, you're going to want to make sure you pick a pot that has drainage holes and that is slightly larger than the original pot size. Typically a pot that is 2 inches larger in diameter is the best to repot into. For watering your pothos, you're going to want to water once the top few inches of your soil is completely dried out. So depending on your environment, this could be about once a week or so. But before you give it any water, just make sure you stick your finger all the way down into that soil and make sure it is dry before you give it any water. Pothos are amazing plants because they can be easily propagated. You can take stem cuttings from the mother plant here and they can be easily rooted into water or soil. To take a cutting, you're going to need to find a leaf node. So you're going to look for where the leaf attaches to the plant, so that's going to be right here for this one. You're then going to cut about 6 inches below and above that node there. So I'm going to make a cut here and I'm going to make a cut here. So you're going to want to make sure that you use sterilized scissors for this. So you're going to just make a cut right there. And then you're going to make a cut right here. And then you're going to place this into a little container of water. So I have my cup of water here, and these cuttings have been in water for about a couple months now. And as you can see, they've grown some really good roots. Just make sure that you change the water every few days or so just to keep it nice and fresh for them. Once your roots have grown about half the size of the plant itself, you can then repot it into some soil. You can do this by putting into a brand new pot and creating another plant for you or a friend, or you can put it back into the mother pot, which will allow your plant to look more bushy over time. On the opposite end, if you're wanting your pothos to look a lot bushier, you can also just take a couple of vines and wrap them around the surface of the pot itself. So you're going to do this so that the nodes of the leaves are touching the soil there. To keep them in place, I just like to use some bobby pins that I fold outwards a little bit. And you're just going to kind of put that over top of the vine just to hold it down, just like that. And then over time, as your pothos start to root and grow, it'll create a lot more bushy look in your pot. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you learned a little something about pothos care today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're putting out new videos every week. Stay in bloom, don't kill your pothos.